Third time's a charm, ladies and gentlemen. How y'all doing today? Johnny Nocash here, and I've been wanting to do this for quite some time. I'm doing a commentary video on one of our songs called Burned Alive. One of my personal favorites. I think it's probably the band's favorite. I won't speak for them. You know what? I won't speak for them. But it's definitely a band favorite. It's definitely up there for a lot of us. This is something I've been wanting to do for a long time, mainly because, I haven't been active at all with Johnny Nocash, the odd show here and there, but I've been just focusing on other things, and that's what happens in life sometimes, But that being said, I don't forget about some of the accomplishments that I've done in the past. And I really wanted to, because I know there's still a lot of fans of our music out there. And, with nothing coming out, I figured it'd be just kind of cool to go over one of my favorite songs and one of my favorite videos. So, as I said, I'm not sure how many of these I'm going to do. I am going to be starting another YouTube channel just related to acting. And when that time comes, I'll let you guys know, but it won't be as music related, or, as Johnny Nocash related. It's going to be kind of strictly on that side of things. But yeah, today, just having a drink, and I figured now that I got everything set up, and I know it looks like shit, but that's just the way she fucking goes, because, the camera I've got, it's pretty old, and, I'm using this software that I've never used. I'm super stressed out, hence the drink. But I'm not here to get stressed out. I'm here to rock the fuck out, because this song is a banger. So if you haven't heard this song, go check it out. Or if you don't want to watch it and you just want to watch me ramble and stop and start every 15 seconds or even less, you are at the right spot, because I'm going to be. There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff within this video that I want to talk about. And even if you're not really into this kind of stuff, I totally get it. You were expecting maybe a music video or something, but I really wanted to talk about what we were going through as a band, how we composed the song, the video concept and idea, who worked on it, and some of just the ideas behind it. And of course, to revisit it. I haven't heard this in quite some time. So without further ado, let's see what Burned Alive is like. Now, before I start, I just want to give a huge shout out to the creators of this video. Michael Krusty shot the entire thing. I believe it was over the course of 2 days. And if it wasn't, it was one full fucking day and then an entire night. And I think it's the latter. We shot this during COVID, so options were limited. So we came up with this idea. And of course, I want to give a huge shout out to the editor and the post-production master, Daniel Clements. This guy, you see this logo come up in a second here, and like the chrome skull and logo is just so fucking badass. And the flames, like, man, Dan, just turn this video's like overall production budget up, $5,000 or more. I don't know. Don't quote me. But here we go. Burned Alive, 2021. I think 2021, 2022. Not fucking sure. 2020. I don't fucking know, man. Time just flies. Here we go. Yeah. Look at that. How fucking cool is that? Like, when we saw that, we were like, Yeah. This is old school. This is like as fucking death country as it comes, man. Bass blasting up your face. The drums are still can do it. Nice. So I gotta stop it. I mean, this is how it's gonna be. I lasted 30 seconds. All right. So this just goes to show like the camaraderie that we had within the band. Like, we just fucking loved each other. This is how we would be outside of playing music. We'd be drinking, laughing, smoking. If we were out in the country here in Caledon, we were always having a fire. We always, just telling stories and just being friends, not just members of a band. And which, I mean, that came first because that's kind of how we met each other. But then it all kind of formed into this incredible brotherhood of friends and trust and love. And uh, so it's just neat to relive this through video. Um, so the other thing before we get into this chorus, because this chorus is a fucking banger, I really like the cheap as fuck concept. As an actor and a filmmaker, I really love working with wardrobe and locations and just concept ideas, even if on a limited budget. Now, one thing I really wanted with this was I did want matching attire, and I wanted it to be a little bit more formal than everything else. Well, that's not necessarily true. I think we fairly formal in To the Gallows, but this we're almost matching. And the reason behind that really is this is kind of like another personality of ours, of like the professional side where we're, um, working about thinking about the execution of the music, and we're kind of one unit. And we do look at it at the time very professionally. Sure, we were fucking party animals, but at the same time, when it came to the advertising of our brand, we took that very serious. So that's an interesting little tidbit of information there. This wasn't by accident. This was definitely a conscious decision to all, for the most part, look fairly similar. And that's that. So I'm just going to go back a minute. There we go to Corey smoking. He was off the booze at the time. I'll get into that a bit later. But here we go. Got honky-tonk bass blasting off your face as the drums are filling up the room. We got bloodshot lungs, venom leg and tongues, rejuvenating deadly fumes. And I'll sink so low to the depths of rock and roll beyond the last sip of a pint. And when the sun goes down, my angels will burn me alive. Yeah, oh, fucking right, man. Like, there's just so much cool shit going on with this, within this song. I love, in the verse, it's real kind of like cruise control, and then in the chorus, we've got this absolutely thunderous drums and bass that come in and just rock your fucking soul. Memphis's crunchy guitar tone is just, it's not too metal. It's more metal than rock, but it's more rock than metal. Like it fits in that pocket. And the vocals too, I really wanted to flex some of my ability, especially, in the first verse with the Mongolian style throat singing. But, I kind of returned back to my signature scream, yell, sing combo for the chorus. And the drums, and Corey's little fill there at the end, I'm going to go back. I want to fucking hear it. Is just fucking dope. Like, it just reminds me of like a Sepultura like fill out of a verse or a chorus. It's just fucking sick. So rock and roll me on the last sip of a pint. And when the sun goes down, my angels will burn me alive. Yeah. Okay. I'll let Memphis finish this little solo before I talk about it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That was a little controversial at the time. It was my suggestion that he does the solo on the acoustic. He wasn't feeling the idea at first, which I get, because he does it, like, it just doesn't make sense. But there was something that I really wanted to keep grassroots about, especially the first half of this video. I really wanted to, show, that we are salt of the earth, and that this is how it started. It started with, an acoustic and energy and anger. And I mean, we've already seen, I mean, trust me, coming up to the end of the video, we compensate for that. But for the first part, again, I really wanted it to be kind of grounded in this grassroots kind of visual. I know audibly it makes no fucking sense with the visual, but I don't know. It's just really humble. And he had a hard time. I believe he had to tune the guitar down a number of steps to be able to bend to make the solo work, even off camera, because of course he's just he's what's the word? He's miming it at the time to a stereo. But anyway, fucking love that. And I've always heard questions about why we decided to use the acoustic for the solo, and that's it. Let's go back a sec. And all these picture frame things, that's all fucking Dan, man. He just absolutely understood the project. Passing that guitar, I remember, was a real bitch for Memphis because we were missing it with the beat. Corey's faking drinking. That's another thing. I want to talk about this. Corey's faking drinking here. He was off the sauce. COVID did a number to all of us, and I mean, he was the only one that had the balls to fucking quit. But Corey was faking it, and he was cool with it, which, like, God, I gotta tell him, like, that's hard, man. Being a boozer like we were, and then to quit, and then have us three show up to shoot a music video kind of centered around, you know, booze and fucking metal or death country and smokes and dope. Gotta hand it to him for not cracking, because he did. I think there was one bottle that we gave him that we put, like, you know, iced tea in or something, and that's what he was swigging from. And I believe the old Mills that he's drinking from, we just replaced with water. Well, didn't replace, like, we gave him an empty can after we drank it, and, you know, that's what he used as a prop. But that's another interesting fact, is Corey's actually not drinking at all during this entire video. And plastic whales splitting pennies with a rusty blade. So if you notice, the more we're watching this, there's two separate wardrobes. There's this one, which is, again, the more kind of formal style, and then the boys around the campfire, that's much more of our other persona, which is, you know, the Southbounds and the real kind of pissed off, like, tough guys, if you will, that kind of hang with the biker crowd and shit. And we're getting to, you know, the point of the video where things kind of take a turn. But this was another concept that we came up with, again, because we were in COVID and we didn't have a lot of options. So we came up with this really cool kind of concept for this song, which does make sense. It's blending the harshness of heavy metal rock and roll with the countryside and the softer side that we have. And you might be thinking, this isn't soft at all. Well, there's quite a few songs that we have written in the past, and we generally tried to kind of teeter that the pendulum as evenly as we could. You know, for every one heavy song, we'd want to try and counter that with something that has a little bit more, I guess, depth and passion, if you will. Doesn't really make sense, but I think you get the gist. Okay, here we go. Back to the fucking chorus. It does sink so low to the point of no control. Fucking Jay looks badass with that hat. He wanted to wear it. When the sun goes down, my angels will burn me alive. Yeah, that halftime. And here's Memphis ripping it up on the acoustic again. So he's really playing it on the acoustic. And that smile he's got. See that fucking smile that he's got there? I know he was frustrated. I know he was frustrated. He got frustrated quite a bit, especially when it comes to like guitar and gear, because he's the actually educated musician within the band. Like the guy went to fucking school and taught guitar. Like the guy knew his fucking shit. We're just a bunch of bums. So that little smirk, I can tell. Memphis and I go back really fucking far back, and I could tell that he was, I think, getting a little frustrated with trying to pull it off, and he wanted to pull it off properly. He didn't want to miss a note. So check this out. There's that smile, and I think we were drunk at the time too. All the stuff at nighttime, we were wasted. Love this bridge too. Now things are starting to fucking kick up. We're getting wasted and we're starting to scream more. Okay, check this out.
Speed into hell.
All right. Definitely the coolest part of the entire fucking video. It was this little concept, again, that we had where, I guess our good selves meets our bad selves. But, of course, right off the top, we're all confused and we're, seeing basically mirror images of ourselves, but we're dressed entirely different. And the idea behind that was that that's what made the band so sonically special, was we were able to combine such different genres, emotions, feelings, and expressions seamlessly, I thought. I mean, of course, some songs were better than others and some songs, weren't great at all. But I would honestly say that that was one of our biggest strengths, is we were able to take everyone's ideas and talents and work together to create something that was not just unique, but actually pretty fucking rockin'. And I just love the fact that we were able to pull that off. That was a tricky shot. We had to, of course, get into one wardrobe and, catch a beer from Michael Krusty's wife, I think at the time, or girlfriend, I'm not entirely sure. But she was throwing a beer from where the leather Celtic Outlaws are, and I had to catch it. And then we'd jump into wardrobe and change back into the white outfits to catch it, and do vice versa. And we had to do that a number of times. And of course, in camera, you don't know if it's going to work. I do believe we shot something to kind of like on the off chance that it didn't, but Michael Krusty and of course my buddy Dan, I knew that if we got the footage, it could be done. And it turned out fucking incredible. It genuinely looks like, we're seeing ourselves and I'm sure this is an easy effect. I see these YouTube kids that are 2 years old making way cooler videos, it seems, than I was 10 years ago. And, but I just love that. And when, when Jay yells, when I open the beer, that's real. That was a real reaction. And we couldn't afford to keep on opening beer after beer after beer after beer. We had to get it right. So we went with that. And that's a genuine reaction of Jay getting fucking Old Mill Ice in the eye. So this is the end of the video. We're getting down to the final chorus. And yeah, fuck, this is fun. Yeah, you can see Corey there with an Old Mill and like a bottle at Canadian Club of whiskey of some sort. And yep, 100% filled with either water or iced tea. So super cool. And all the other booze on the table that I'm grabbing, that's fucking real. Like we didn't fuck around that night. We went hard. It's like we want to work together.
Speed into hell. And I'll sink so low to the depths of rock and roll beyond the last.
Yeah, and then the guys in the white shirt are letting loose. We're all partying together. Yeah.
And I'll sink so low to the point of no control. I think I lost the last bolt in my mind. And when the sun goes down, my angels. And when the sun goes down, my angels. And when the sun goes down, my angels will burn me alive. Burn alive.
Yeah. Oh, man. Okay, hold the fucking phone there. I'm not done yet. This video ain't done yet. Okay. So, fuck, this brings back such incredible memories of the time shared with these guys. So this end scene was just chaos, and that's what we wanted. We wanted basically, you know, these two different ingredients to be stirred the fuck up together and become one. And, you know, as you can see, the characters in their white shirts, they're starting to come off. They're getting a bit sloppier. They're pounding drinks like the other guys were. And we're just all kind of getting along. A lot of smiles, a lot of like attitude from both sides, which I really, again, the first half of the video, it's kind of stoic, you know. There's, of course, some attitude here and there just to blend to the song, but especially with the characters in the white uniforms, they're definitely kind of playing their role, if you will. And I just love this last scene where we're just absolutely losing our minds. And so we lit Corey's cymbals on fire, which is an homage to "I'm Broken" by Pantera. And I mean, it's a cool, simple fucking trick. You shoot it in slow-mo, and it's you got an insert, a number of them if you want. You know, it just looks fucking cool. The song's called "Burned Alive" too. So you put the two and two together, no goddamn brainer. The guitar that I burned, I got that when I was in Tournai in Belgium. That's a whole other fucking video. So I'm not going to, but that guitar had its issues and I was willing to sacrifice it for the video, which is the second guitar that is demolished and destroyed in a Johnny Nocash and the Celtic Outlaws video. The first being Southbound. And I'd be willing to do a reaction to that too if you're interested. But this guitar, fuck, did it ever give me some hard time? So I was like, you know what, man? That's our production value right there. Is like we're outside of Dan, outside of that cool little mirror shot, our actual physical production budget was that guitar and the booze. There's a lot of money spent on booze, but it was that guitar burning to smithereens, and I was willing to sacrifice it. So let's just listen to the rest of this, the end of this song one more time, and wrap this up.
Goes down, my angels will burn me alive.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
And I'll sink so low to the point of no control. I think I lost the last bolt in my mind. And when the sun goes down, my angels. And when the sun
I got
goes
some.
down, my angels. And when the sun goes down, my angels will burn me alive. Burn alive. Burn alive. Burn alive.
Shit. Oh, fuck yeah. Okay. Couple last little tidbits there. So the backup vocals in that is done by our entire band, as well as Chandler and Alex from the Native Howl. And I believe, I think there was a couple other guys. Like, we were in the room when we were recording this in Michigan with Alex, who is the absolute genius behind this recording. It's just so crisp and so, it's got so much fucking balls. we had, I think, 7 or 8 of us or more, maybe even doing that whole chanting, "Hey, hey." Um, that was so cool, just having them on, the album. And actually, that last little riff, was suggested by Alex as well. So, as there's so many bands out there that they take full credit of everything, and it's cool to do that. But as I've mentioned throughout this entire commentary, there's been so many influences to our music, and not just influences, but like the help of other music that has kind of shaped that song into what it was. And I love that we kind of did things on the fly. We had no idea we were going to do that chant thing at the end. It just kind of happened when we were in the studio recording. The energy was just so fucking high and so like electric that I don't know how it came up, but it was just one of those things that was just not planned. And again, sometimes you just hope for the best, and you come prepared. And you understand that everything that you have planned, it's never going to be 100%. Never. And you can strive for that, but definitely be open for interpretation and inspiration and other people to lend a hand. Because goddamn, that song was just so fucking cool to record, and the video was amazing I just relive with the boys, and just a great time. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I definitely fucking did, and this is just something for me overall, and for anybody who's interested. So I'm going to upload this, and I will keep you guys posted. I understand that there are a few of you fans of the music that are interested in film, acting, and all that stuff. So I'll definitely be sure to let you guys know when that is up and running, because I think that's going to be really cool, revisiting some of the roles that I've played in the past, and the process of going through it, the audition process, and then just the stories behind being on some of these sets. So if you're interested in that, you can always kind of head on over there. I just don't think it's appropriate for this channel. I kind of kept it van life, podcast, music, and I think adding another category is just going to kind of really kind of bog it down. So I'm going to kind of leave it at that. That being said, that was a fucking hell of a lot of fun. I love this drink. It felt like I was right there partying with the boys. So check out the full video of Burned Alive. I'll leave it in the link below, so you don't have to hear me ramble for 25 or however goddamn long this video has been, because it's a great song on its own without me chiming in. Take care, guys. All the best. See you around.